Hello world, it's me, Fandroid, the musical robot. And today, we're just gonna be playing some Fnaf World. Okay, now, I am going to explain a third update. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? Okay, I'm going to explain a third update idea for Fnaf World that I think would make the game miles better. And also talk about why I think Scott really just shouldn't hate this game. Or at least in my opinion, I don't think he should. But anyway. First, one of the many update ideas that I've had for this game is to add a new boss. A new boss of some sort. Something new. Something brand new. And also the world teleportation is right on my recording thing, so I can't really teleport back. Anyway, I think a really good boss would be a boss that requires you to change up your strategy as you're fighting. So if one strategy is working, maybe that the boss can change it up to something different, so then that strategy doesn't work. So then you have to try to use something else to try to beat it. So they actually create something that's relatively more difficult. Because most of the time, bosses can be taken down by just using the exact same moves. Which, you know, kind of sucks. It isn't the worst thing of all time. But it can sometimes make the game feel a little bit more boring in my personal opinion. Now, one of the main characters I think that could be added to this game, or a character that's already in the game but can actually be used in this update, is Wolbit. She was first added in this game. Why didn't Scott make her a usable character? Now, I don't have a moveset for her. And yes, I call Wolbit a she, because I don't care about FNAF lore that much. I don't care what the actual gender is, but how to forget what I was just talking about. I was talking about Wolbit, Jesus. Anyway, Wolbit being a usable character would be really cool, and I feel like if she was added, she should be like a staple. She should be a staple character that is used relatively late game. Just my personal preference. I don't know. I like this. I like a little bit. I like this game. I would like to see, if this game ever does somehow get an update, I would like to see Wolbit become a usable character. Unlocked by doing something. Maybe like buying all her bites, for example. Because it's not that hard to do. It takes a while, yes. But it's not actually that hard to do. You just have to grind a ton of Gold Endo fights. You know. And Gold Endo isn't exactly a very hard boss to beat, especially if you're in late game. You know, there's that too. And he gives a lot of tokens. Something else, which is what I'm going to be mainly explaining in this video, is why I don't understand why Scott hates this game. I don't understand why he hates this. Because honestly, this game is an amazing game. I love this game so much. I love this game so very much. Like, it is probably it's definitely my favorite FNAF game. I can say that with confidence. 100% confidence, it's my favorite FNAF game. That's like obvious at this point. But this game is so good. I've gotten so much out of it. I've gotten so much replayability out of this game. That is not a lie. I've probably completed the game like 15 times alone from just using the starter characters only. Yes, just the starter characters alone. I probably completed this game like 15 different times with different challenges. Now, yes, RPG games are normally very replayable, but I have never gotten this much replayability of like Pokemon or something. And Pokemon is also an RPG game. And Pokemon has a ton of games. Well, Fnaf Road is the only one of its kind in the Fnaf series, really. You know, I just really, really love Fnaf Road, and I'm not alone on this preference. A lot of people like Fnaf Road. And yes, this was originally meant to be the final game, but a lot of games were in the Fnaf timeline were meant to be the final game, just for Scott to make the next one. Which I don't blame Scott. Anyway. There we go. The thing is that Scott, if you somehow, some way see this video, you shouldn't be hating this game. This is a great game, honestly, and I would not have been that mad if the Fnaf series ended off on this game. I understand that there are still people out there that do actually legitimately hate this game, which is perfectly fine. But there's also a lot of people out there that have completely mellowed out about this game and now think that it's actually really, really good and fun. And honestly, that's how I see this game. This game is really, really fun. And I don't understand the hate that it got. Especially when it still holds a lot of the FNAF elements in this game. And so does a lot of the original FNAF elements in this cute looking game, which I can respect. That means it still is good for normal FNAF players, but it's also good for people like me who isn't in love with the whole jump scare, the whole cheap jump scare feel of the game. And yes, that's how I actually feel about FNAF. I kind of just see it as a game with cheap jump scares with loud sound effects to try to scare you. That's how I feel about this game. Well, not this game, FNAF. Because honestly, that's just how it's felt to me. Now, there are a few specific jump scares that aren't scary. Like in the first game, Foxy's jump scare. Like, he isn't even jump scaring you. He's just leaning in there. He's like, "Hey, what's up, buddy?" That's all he does. That's his jump scare. That's Foxy's jump scare in FNAF 1. Or Balloon Boy's jump scare. But you know, that's fine. I don't mind that. Especially from a scaredy cat like me. But Scott, why do you hate this game? I understand that this game was a failure. But honestly, if you restored it on Steam for like how much all the other FNAF games are going for, and you actually updated this game, there is a good chance that hate will go away. And to be honest, some of that hate has already gone away. Because this game isn't even that hated anymore. Which is the funny part. So despite the fact that this game is hated like by its original creator, it's really not even that hated by the fans anymore. It's not to say that there aren't people who don't like this game still. But there are a lot more people that actually like FNAF nowadays than people who don't. And there has to be at least one person out there who's mellowed out about FNAF 4 and thinks that's actually a really good game now. I don't know who that person is. I don't know if they think that's actually the case. I don't know if that is, and I don't know if they actually like this game now, if you're a FNAF 4 hater. But, yeah. I really don't understand the hate on this game. This game is just a really, really fun game, and I've gotten a stupid amount of replayability out of it. I mean, yes, a part of that is because it's an RPG game, and RPG games tend to be very replayable. Again, Pokemon is probably just as replayable as FNAF World, if not more. But I haven't gotten nearly as much replayability out of Pokemon as I've gotten in this game. And again, Pokemon has a ton of different games. Well, FNAF World is just one game in a larger franchise. And a game that is sadly most likely not going to come back. It is probably not going to come back. Sadly, I would love to see this game make a comeback. and actually be updated again and see new features added. But that's probably just not going to happen, as this game has been left for dead for many years now. Which just sucks. It sucks, but, you know, kind of just have to live with that. Oh my god. Anyway. As much as it does suck that Fnaf Road is probably never going to see the update that it deserves. It deserves an update, but it probably just isn't going to get that update. So, you know, we're just gonna have to live with the game that we have right now. Which, in and of itself, is a fun game. So, I guess it's not the worst outcome that we could have possibly gotten. But yeah, this is basically all I really wanted to talk about with this game. Fnaf Road is a fun game that I think deserves to be known as that. A fun game with cute character designs and fun mechanics. That's just all I really had to say about this game. It's a fun game. People really shouldn't be hanging on as much as it does, especially by its original creator. And specifically about the mobile version. I wasn't actually going to talk about this, but now that I'm remembering it, I'm going to talk about it. Please, Scott, please release a mobile version of this game that actually works. I would love to see this game on mobile. I would download this game. I would pay money to see a non-buggy, actually good version of this game on mobile. I would pay money. Because I love this game, and being able to play it on the go would be absolutely amazing. I don't know about you, but I would play Fnaf Road on mobile all the time. If it was fixed and wasn't insanely buggy how it originally was on Android when it was first released for around a day. I swear, dude, that version of Fnaf Road was so unbelievably buggy. It was honestly kind of funny. But, yeah. That's really all I have to say. I sometimes try to put a little bit of padding on my videos. Sometimes. I don't know why I do. I just sometimes do. But it's fine. It's whatever. Forget about the whole padding thing. Because here we are. This video is only 13 minutes, whatever. But I'm gonna beat this boss off camera. But anyways, goodbye and good luck.